What's going on, guys? It's been a little while since we've taken a look at anything from 30 Minutes Missions line, and I've got a stack of some different option parts and things that have come out over the past couple months that I'm meaning to share with you guys. So we're going to start off here with the biggest one here on the bottom, and then we'll take a look at these over the next couple videos. This is the Attack Submarine version in blue-gray here. This is an extended armament vehicle here in the 30 Minutes Missions line from Bandai. As you can see, it's like this sort of submarine bit here. But you can use this attached on some different kits, of course, as well too, and it comes with some different accessories and things like that for making different weapons and all that, so should be a pretty cool set. Over here on the side, you can see this is the 6th kit in the Extended Armament Vehicle line, or the EV line there, 06. And just a real quick look at the top of the box here first. You can just see what the kit is going to look like straight out of the box, unpainted. It's in like kind of bluish gray and white color there. But back right onto the bottom of the box, you can see a breakdown of all the different parts, and then some more detailed images of this. It looks to be a painted version, or at least panel-lined and top-coated version of that. You got a different head option in there, it looks like, that you can use for the Steel Nova as demonstrated there, or just kind of whatever. So normally with these, it would tell you whether it's like for the Porta Nova or for the Alto or whatever, but in this case it just kind of seems generic. I guess you can use whatever. So opening up the box, we've got a few runners in there, which we'll take a look at here in just a second. Just want to take a quick look at the instructions as well too. So as it goes with these, there is some information regarding the story if you guys want to check that out. It's not something that I'm particularly following, to be honest, but at least there is somewhat of a backstory to this line and the kits and everything. Here's a look at something that you can make by customizing this with some different parts of the marine type of the Porta Nova and this kit, and then some different option parts here, and you can make this kind of big monstrosity of this aquatic mecha, which does look pretty cool, I gotta say. Over here we've got a look at the shared sections, so you can choose which parts you want to attach, whether you want to have for the normal cruising form, the infiltration form, or the assault form. So kind of 3 different ways it suggests that you can make this just with the included parts and everything. So this just basically goes through and tells you how to build all the sections, and then gives you some suggestions as to how you might want to connect them for like the standard way of connecting them. But then obviously there's a bunch of different things that you can do as far as like combining this with the Steel Nova, again, as you can see there, or just with all sorts of different stuff. So there's a lot of different things that you can do with this kit. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at the runners here first to get us started off. The runner labels of these is kind of unique. It's not the typical ABC. We've got SMC1 here for these parts in this, again, kind of bluish gray color. And then SMC2 is a copy of this runner here, minus those couple parts up there for the new head and a couple of like the tail part there. And then here in a kind of very slightly off-white color here, we've got runner UTH2. We've got 2 of these here, as you can see, for a few more pieces in white. And that is it. So let me just go ahead and get this built up, and then we'll check out some different things that we can do with it. Alright guys, so here it is all built up in the normal cruising form. We'll take a look at the infiltration form and the assault forms here in just a second. Pretty easy to swap to those. You just kind of move a couple of parts around. Pretty simple. But overall, I mean, it's a pretty cool set. Obviously, there's a lot of opportunity here with this one to customize this or use it in a lot of different ways. I think, as you guys will see as we take a look at just a few options that we'll be able to show you in this. Obviously, it's going to be wide open for you guys to customize this even further, but whether you're going to be using this with other things and customizing it or whatever, it'll be useful in that sense. But I think also there's plenty of opportunity to just keep this as a set on its own. If you want to just get this set and, you know, just build it up in one particular way and just paint it up and have it as its own little thing, I think as a model on its own, it actually works perfectly fine as its own thing if you want to just, you know, do something cool with just this on its own. So in order to make the infiltration form, first of all, you need to just put these fins on the side of the head, making it look like some sort of hammerhead shark kind of thing. We're also going to replace the tail here, and we're going to combine these 2 sets of back fins into one set by just doubling these up, having these both attached onto one connection piece here. And you're going to attach this blue piece onto the front of there like that. So this is going to be kind of our new tail piece there, just like this. Pop that onto the back, straighten out the head to be like this, and there's your infiltration form. Now just real quick, you guys may recognize these white pieces, as all the white pieces are actually from the marine type of Porta Nova. You also have these pieces here, which are the knee pieces from that kit. And as far as I can see in the manual, it never says anywhere in the manual how to use these. So in case you guys don't have that kit or you're not familiar, these are just meant to go on the knees of different kits, and I'll show you guys that here in a little bit when we try this out. I suppose the other thing we're supposed to do also is to straighten out these little sub arms here on the underside. These have a little bit of articulation there, and you can change the angle of them. For the infiltration type, you're supposed to have those pointed back like that. And then also, in case you guys didn't see, here's where our extra head is stored on the underside. But of course, if you didn't want to have a weird robot head sticking on the underside of your submersible, you can just pop that off and remove it, and then it'll just be looking like that. And then your handlebars on the top here, you could obviously turn this into something to ride on. So having a different 30 Missions kit or something sat on top of here and then hang on to these kind of handlebar bits, obviously something that you could do here as well too, and we'll try that out. But of course, you can rotate these if you wanted to have these more pointed to the front, or just completely omit them, or whatever you might want to do with changing the angle of those as well. The other thing that you can do is actually double up this fuel tank bit kind of on the back here. So if you just take the other one and just plug it onto here like that, you can have this super extended out for an extra long tail there like that. If you want, it looks kind of silly though, to be honest. And for making the assault form, we're going to bring back this original tail piece and connect these spiky bits onto the side of here, giving it sort of like, what's it called, a sawfish kind of head. Anyway, gonna replace the head on this, take that off, pop this on in its place, and we're meant to put the arms back forward again for this one. And there is our assault form. Now again, just according to the manual, obviously very wide open for plenty of customization if you want to make it slightly different. So there's a lot of different options that you could do with this, but I think it's a really cool set. A lot of really useful pieces like these wing sections here, you've got there, and then these bits added onto the side. Again, are from the marine type Portanova, but just these little pieces that you can use separately. These pieces, which attach just like how you would a normal like leg piece or arm piece. Again, similar. You should be familiar if you've built the Portanova marine type kit. But let's go ahead and try out some fun stuff with this. Right guys, as we're trying out some different stuff with this, there's one thing that I like to think about when it comes to like different option sets and things like this, as far as like recommending them to you guys or how I would review them. And that's kind of like, for certain sets, it really feels like you kind of need two of the set, and I think that's kind of unfortunate sometimes because it just kind of means that there wasn't enough in the set to make like all that you really needed. With this one, it's not that. I feel like you have everything in the set that you totally need. You don't necessarily need two of them, but it's one of the sets that I would definitely recommend getting two of them just to have even more fun options with this, or make a set of them, make a team of them, or even getting like three of them and making a set, making one in each form or something. And then if you wanted to have a different 30 Minutes Missions kit riding on top of them, you could have a team of 2 or 3 of them, riding on top of these, in some sort of diorama or something like that to look like they're flying. Either it could be like flying in space or underwater, whatever. And then also, like I said earlier with this one as well too, I think you even don't need two. You don't even need any other sort of robot. This could be, a kit just on its own. If you just wanted something, this sort of like little submersible mech sort of machine sort of thing that you wanted to have just on its own, I think this kit is one of those ones where it's totally viable just on its own. So that's really cool as well too. Highly recommend this kit, guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Of course, if you want to check out some 30 Minutes Mission stuff or everything else there from Bandai, we've got all that there at USA Gundam Store. The link and the coupon code for you guys to use will be down in the video description below. So check that out as always. Thanks so much for liking the video, commenting, subscribing. It's all greatly appreciated. This is a very cool set, so I would definitely recommend you guys to check it out, whether you're into 30 Minutes Mission stuff or not. I think it's one that you could definitely have a lot of fun with. So until next time, guys, I hope you're all having a great day. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.